Introducing the iPhone 17 Pro Max is still around 5 months away, but that is no way implies that we should be talking about these phones. Why not now? They knew absolutely nothing. On the contrary, owing to the continuous breaches of different information, MagSafe is probably all significant to them. Apple is poised to be unmasked, so to speak, with more and more leaks of information rapidly growing. One more was taken care of by a reliable leaker, Sonny Dickson, who published a picture of apparently original silicone coverings for the new iPhones on his X account, clearly revealing the huge back camera module the new smartphones would have. The renders have showed us that this lengthened camera bar should still preserve the triple camera lens we've seen since the iPhone 11 Pro. However, additional modules like the flash and LiDAR have been shifted to the other side of the phone. While it's unclear why the camera bar is nearly so big, it should at least give some stability when you set your phone down. The unevenness generated by the camera bump always makes the iPhone shake, and I've always found it to be incredibly unpleasant. As you can see, the back picture module appears incredibly huge, and on the smaller model it practically interferes with the MagSafe rings. Compared to current models, the increase is totally undeniable. However, we would want to emphasize in one breath that because the back picture module currently occupies iPhone 16 for an estimated 60% of the upper back, the outcome is not that dramatic an increase in Theonic will not act. If, in addition, Apple genuinely utilizes a picture module in the color of the rear of the phone, making it somewhat invisible, then in the end it won't be too awful. Moreover, the huge back hump is predicted to deliver very substantial photo-video upgrades, which Apple will be able to afford it exactly because of the positioning of more technology in the phone. So there is something to look forward to. iPhones have been bound to the operating system since their introduction. iOS, respectively iPhone OS at the time of this phone's birth. Any concept what the use might be like Android on the iPhone is thus merely a play of the imagination, rather than anything that can be experienced for yourself, at least entirely. It has been delivering an imperfect approach for some time now. Samsung, via its online application for iPhones, which attempts to Android on their screens to emulate. The iPhone 17 Pro versions will purportedly feature vapor chamber cooling technology for increased thermal performance. Vapor chamber technology disperses heat over a greater surface area to minimize thermal throttling and to keep performance consistent, and it might be a plus for Apple's high-powered A19 CPU. While this might be a feature confined to the iPhone 17 Pro, there has been a report stating that Apple would employ a vapor chamber heatsink to increase thermal performance across all iPhone 17 models. There are a few changes coming to the iPhone 17's display, with Apple introducing a new coating and hoping to extend Pro capabilities to ordinary devices. The iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Air are believed to employ the same OLED screen as the current iPhone 16 Pro models, which is supplied from Samsung. The screen boasts a 30% boost in brightness and enhanced lifespan compared to the prior generation iPhone 16 display. The 120 Hz promotion refresh rate has been confined to the Pro models of the iPhone for many years, but in 2025 is likely to spread to the whole iPhone range. Multiple speculations imply that the iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Air versions will offer promotion functionality in addition to the iPhone 17 Pro variants. Promotion refresh rates would possibly allow for always-on display capabilities, but it is not clear whether this is a feature that Apple will spread to the complete range. Apple will adopt low-temperature polycrystalline oxide panels for all iPhone 17 models, which is what allows ProMotion owing to superior power efficiency. ProMotion offers refresh rates ranging from 1 Hz to 120 Hz, and at the high end, the 120 Hz refresh rate delivers smoother scrolling and video content. With all 4 iPhones scheduled to adopt ProMotion screens in 2025, ProMotion refresh rates will no longer be a characteristic that makes the Pro iPhone models distinct. Rumors say the iPhone 17 series will sport an anti-reflective display that is more scratch-resistant than the ceramic shield utilized for existing iPhone models. Apple is working for a super hard anti-reflective layer that is better equipped to stand up to wear and tear. It seems like iPhone 17 series won't receive TSMC's next-generation 2nm processors, but we are anticipating A19 chip technology that's likely constructed on an enhanced 3nm process. Apple regularly improves iPhones with faster and more efficient processor technologies each year. The iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max are believed to contain an A19 Pro processor, while the iPhone 17 and the iPhone 17 Thin might have the ordinary i19 chip. The Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Corporation, ALT, is working on its N3P process, with mass production slated to commence in late 2024. So that's the chip technology that we're assuming Apple to employ for the iPhone 17 series. Compared to prior generations of 3nm chips, the N3P chips provide greater performance efficiency and higher transistor density. The higher-end iPhone 17 models might contain 12 gigs RAM, while the regular iPhone 17 model is believed to have 8 gigs. 12 gigs RAM would be a 4 gigs boost over the iPhone 15 Pro models, while 8 gigs RAM would be a 2 gigs gain over the ordinary iPhone 15 models. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo thinks that the 12 gigs RAM boost will be confined to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, with the other versions expected to include 8 gigs RAM. Analyst Jeff Pugh has claimed the iPhone 17 Thin would feature 8 gigs RAM, while the iPhone 17 Pro variants will have 12 gigs RAM. The iPhone 17 Air is believed to be one of the first iPhones to acquire an Apple-designed 5G modem, with Apple continuing to utilize Qualcomm modems for the other iPhone 17 versions. Apple's modem chip will be capable of theoretical 5G download rates of up to 4 GB/s, which is slower than Qualcomm's modems in current phones. The chip will not enable the fastest wave just like 5G, and will instead be confined to sub-6 GHz with 5G. Apple will eliminate the actual SIM card on iPhones in additional countries next year, but it is not yet known which nations. Apple did away with a SIM card slot in the United States with the iPhone 14 models, but a physical SIM has so far been present in iPhones sold outside of the United States. All 4 iPhone 17 models that are due in 2025 will contain Apple's first custom-designed Wi-Fi chip with Wi-Fi 7 compatibility. Wi-Fi 7 is already employed in the iPhone 16 models, but Apple's chip design might provide significant efficiency and connection benefits, and also opens the path for a future all-in-one SoC. Apple is seeking to build a wireless arrangement where the components are closely integrated and more energy efficient, which will help the firm cut down on the battery consumption of cellular, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth technologies. Wi-Fi 7 allows data transfer across 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, and 6 GHz band concurrently for higher speeds and reduced latency with a compatible router. Wi-Fi 7 provides peak rates of more than 40 GB per second, with Bluetooth 5.3 also anticipated. The next iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max might include batteries that are simpler to remove, employing the same technology Apple used in the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus. The iPhone 16 and 16 Plus employ a form of glue that can be loosened using a low-voltage electrical current. However, the 16 Pro and Pro Max use normal adhesive. Next year, all iPhone 17 models could include the new, easier-to-remove adhesive, which makes battery changes simpler. The iPhone 17 models are projected to handle up to 35-watt wired charging rates, which implies there would be no change from the present charging maximum. The iPhone 17 Air is predicted to have a battery life that's on par with the existing iPhone 16 models, despite its slimmer size. All iPhone models arriving in 2025 are said to include an enhanced 24-megapixel front-facing camera, which is an improvement above the 12-megapixel front-facing camera in the iPhone 16 models. The camera will noticeably increase picture quality and allow for greater cropping in without a loss of quality. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is expected to feature a 48-megapixel wide camera, a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 48-megapixel tetraprism telephoto camera, which will make it the first iPhone to feature 3 48-megapixel cameras, and it is also expected to support 8K video recording for the first time. The iPhone 17 Air will feature a single-lens 48-megapixel rear camera, while the conventional iPhone 17 will have a dual-lens camera system with a wide camera and an ultra-wide camera. The iPhone 17 Pro versions might have a mechanical aperture that would enable consumers modify the size of the camera aperture, adjusting the quantity of light hitting the lens. Current iPhone models have fixed apertures, however, a variable aperture will enable photos be recorded with shallow depth of field. The iPhone 17 Pro versions could possibly offer dual video recording, a feature that would let users to shoot video with the front and back cameras simultaneously. Some applications already enable this capability, which is handy for video makers, but the built-in camera does not. The iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max will continue to incorporate a 5x telephoto optical zoom lens, and it will still be a Pro-exclusive feature. The basic iPhone 17 and the iPhone 17 Air will not feature the 5x zoom option and will have no telephoto lenses. The iPhone 17 Air might be priced at $899, which is the current pricing for the iPhone 16 Plus. At $899, the iPhone 17 Air would be more costly than the iPhone 17, but less expensive than the iPhone 17 Pro. The iPhone 17 is rumored to start at $799, while the iPhone 17 Pro will start at $999. The iPhone 17 models are likely to be out in September 2025, and they will follow the 2024 iPhone 16 variants. The iPhone 18 Pro planned in 2026 might include a primary back camera with a customizable aperture. A variable aperture lens would enable the iPhone to behave more like a DSLR camera, allowing users with greater manual control over the quantity of light entering the lens. A variable aperture lens would be able to better respond to varied lighting situations, and it would also allow for greater control over depth of field for tighter focus on objects and smoother background blur. The iPhone 18 Pro versions might have the C2 chip, an enhanced version of Apple's C1 modem. Apple's iPhone 18 models will employ Apple's A20 processor, which might be made using the next generation 2nm technology. The 2nm technology will guarantee that the A19 offers considerable speed and performance gains over the 3nm A19 processor that's coming in the iPhone 17 series. The 2027 iPhone 20 will feature an upgraded design, with Apple aiming for a major shakeup. The new model will make more extensive use of glass, but nothing else is known about the gadget as of yet. The 2027 introduction of the iPhone 20 will celebrate the 20th anniversary of the iPhone's launch. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more tech news. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.